I never thought the last Christmas I'd spend with my family would end with me walking out into snow that felt like static on my skin, their voices chasing me like echoes I couldn't outrun. The envelope was manila, thick as a mortgage statement, placed on the table between the half-eaten ham and cooling coffee like it belonged there. My father didn't even look at me when he said, "Open it." Just tapped the edge once, the way he used to tap the dinner table when I was 12 and had forgotten to say grace. Inside, 12 stapled pages. Line items stretching back to diapers I don't remember wearing. Food, $18,742. Clothing and school supplies, $9,310. Medical copays and orthodontics, $11,890. Down to the bottom in bold Arial, total cost of raising Elias Harper, $71,200. My mother stared at her napkin, folding and unfolding the same crease. My younger sister, Lena, gave a small, satisfied nod, like this was finally justice. "Fair's fair," she murmured, the same phrase she'd used when she took the last slice of birthday cake and I was told to be the bigger person. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just felt something cold and final click into place behind my ribs, like a lock I'd been waiting to turn for 20 years. My name is Elias. 34. I study how bacteria learn to outsmart the drugs we throw at them, how life finds a way to survive even when everything says it shouldn't. I live alone in a small apartment 2 hours north because silence is cheaper than therapy and the commute gives me time to think. Or not think. Mostly not think. Growing up, we weren't poor in the dramatic way. We were the kind of family that looked stable from the sidewalk, 2 cars in the drive, Christmas lights every December, but inside it was always one missed paycheck from unraveling. My father worked construction until his knees gave out, then warehouse until his back did. My mother did part-time bookkeeping, always apologizing for the hours. Lena was the surprise baby. 8 years younger, the one who smiled and the room lit up. I was the quiet one. The one who fixed things. The one who learned early that asking for anything meant hearing, "We already do so much." I left for college on loans and grit. Worked nights in a campus lab washing glassware so I could eat something besides ramen. When my mother called in tears my junior year, hospital bills piling up, insurance denying half, I started sending what I could. First 200. Then 4. Then more. I told myself it was temporary. I told myself families carry each other. They never stopped asking. Lena's first car. Lena's apartment deposit when she needed space. Lena's wedding, I paid for the open bar because it's once in a lifetime. My mother's knee replacement, I covered the deductible and the physical therapy copays. My father's bridge loan when the truck got repossessed. Every time I wired money, I got the same text, "Thank you, son. We appreciate you, ***, no numbers. No promises to repay. Just gratitude that felt heavier every month. 3 months before that Christmas, the hints started. Articles forwarded about filial responsibility laws. Comments at dinner about how kids today forget what parents sacrifice. A new group chat appeared, family accounts, one message from my father, "We'll discuss contributions when everyone's together." Lena reacted with a heart emoji. I told myself I was overreacting. Christmas morning the kids were screaming over new tablets. The tree smelled like fake pine and last year's cinnamon sticks. After breakfast my father cleared his throat the way he did before layoffs or divorces. He slid the envelope across. I read it slowly. Every line item felt like a small slap, proof that love had been tallied like groceries. When I reached the total, the room went quiet except for the low hum of the refrigerator. My father leaned forward. "You've done well, Elias. Time to square things." Lena added softly, "It's not personal. It's just balance." I set the pages down. Reached for my phone. "I have a list too," I said. I didn't shout. I read like I was presenting lab data. March 2014 to June 2018, monthly support to parents during unemployment and medical leave, $38,400. My mother's breath caught. October 2019, Lena's car down payment and first 6 months insurance, $4,900. Lena's mouth opened, closed. 2021, personal loan taken in my name for mom's surgery. Principal plus interest paid off over 28 months, $12,600. My father's face drained. That was family. 2022 to present, ongoing monthly grocery and utility assistance. Averaging $720. Total so far, $51,840. I kept going. Diapers. Formula. Christmas presents for the kids when they said money was tight. Gas cards. Phone bills. A totaled car replaced because Lena couldn't be without wheels. I stopped at the bottom. Grand total I've sent or covered, $289,700. The silence was so thick I could hear my own pulse in my ears. My father stood so fast the chair tipped. That's not the same thing. I met his eyes. You're right. Mine has receipts. Lena whispered, you're twisting this. I tilted the phone toward them. Bank transfers. Venmo logs. Loan statements. Every transaction time-stamped and labeled. You want repayment? I asked quietly. Okay. We'll settle the difference. Your invoice is $71,200. Mine is $289,700. That leaves you owing me $218,500. My mother made a small, broken sound. I stood. I'll expect it by next December. Fair is fair. My father roared something about ungrateful, about blood, about respect. I didn't answer. I just walked to the door, past the tree, past the kids who didn't notice, past the wreath that still said, peace on earth. Outside, the cold burned clean. The messages started before I reached the highway. My father, screaming voice notes. Lena, paragraphs about how I'd ruined everything, how the kids were asking why Uncle Elias left angry. My mother, one text. Please come back. We can talk, ***. Then the extended family. Aunts. Cousins. Your dad's proud. Apologize. Family forgives. You only get one set of parents. The next morning my mother knocked on my apartment door. She looked 10 years older. Eyes swollen. Coat buttoned wrong. He's talking about small claims court, she whispered. He says you owe him morally. I let her in. Made tea she didn't drink. Then I opened my laptop. Showed her the folder titled Simply Transfers. 3 years of screenshots. Dates. Amounts. Descriptions I'd added myself, mom's copay, Lena rent, dad truck note. She stared until tears fell on the trackpad. I never asked you to keep track, she said. I never asked to be the bank, I answered. She left an hour later. I changed every password. Cancelled every auto-transfer. Called the lenders and removed my name where I could. The quiet after was deafening. I still see them in dreams sometimes, my father's face when the number appeared, my sister's smugness cracking, my mother's hands shaking over the papers. I don't hate them. I just finally stopped pretending the math added up. If someone handed your childhood back to you itemized like a utility bill, if they demanded payment for raising you while ignoring every time you kept them afloat, would you keep writing checks? Or would you finally close the account? Tell me in the comments. I read every one. Because maybe I'm not the only one who's been carrying a balance too long.